What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 10 Apex Legends Season 5 weapons that I believe every single person watching this video needs to be using and needs to be taking advantage of in every single game that they play in. Now, obviously, you can't pick up every single one of these weapons in every game, but if you come across these in-game, then I would highly recommend using them. And just so you guys are aware, we are going to be doing this list from number 10 all the way to number 1. So I guess you could say it's worst to best, but obviously the worst weapons are not even going to be included on the list. And also, we do have some honorable mentions towards the end. Without further ado, guys, let's hop into this list. All right, everybody, starting off with number 10 on the list, this is going to be the triple take. Now, I really like the triple take because it has two uses in my opinion. Number one, okay, it is a great sniper rifle. You can shoot it very quickly, as we can see right here. Shoot it right there. Bop, bop, bop. 4 bullets, 5 bullets. The whole clip is emptied in about 5 or 6 seconds. So not a long time to shoot all your shots in the clip. And it also stuns enemies when you hit them with the triple take shot. So it is extremely useful. Another use for this weapon that I really enjoy is the up close. It acts like a shotgun, guys. Come on now. You can hip fire also very well with this weapon. And that is the tip that I would honestly give you, is that you can use this gun both ways, as a sniper rifle and a shotgun. And that's why it's going to come in at number 10 on the list. Also, another quick thing with the triple take is I really prefer the iron sights on this weapon. I think this is the best sight to use on the gun. I mean, I really am not a big fan of these huge sniper scopes because I feel like I cannot hit anything with them. But I mean, obviously these dummies are standing still. So I do recommend having no scope at all on the triple take. And trust me, if you guys start using the triple take and start actually hitting your shots with it, you're going to realize very quickly that this gun is used for multi-purposes, up close and long range. So triple take coming in at number 10 on the list. Now, one more quick thing before we do move on to weapon number 9 on this list is this is the only sniper on my list. And that might just because of my aggressive playstyle and the fact that I really don't like to pick snipers up much. The Sentinel, in my opinion, I mean, it's an alright weapon, but it doesn't really crack the top 10 because it only has one purpose, and that is really shooting long range. And you need to hit headshots with this weapon to do some real damage. The charge rifle, in my opinion, in ranked is super annoying. I feel like anybody who uses a charge rifle has tiny PP. I mean, it might be true, it might not be true, but that is just what I feel. And I honestly think they should take the charge rifle out of the game. Ever since season 3, it has been super annoying to go up against. And it doesn't take much skill because there's literally no bullet drop on the weapon at all. And as for the longbow goes, they added the scope piercer back into the game, but I really don't feel like a lot of people pick it up just because there's so many more options in the game. So that's why none of those 3 made this list. And as for the triple take goes, like I said, multi-purpose. You can use it as a shotgun, you can use it as long range. And let's move on to number 9. All right, everybody, weapon number 9 on the Season 5 best weapons list to use in Apex Legends. This is going to be the RE45. Now, this recently got a buff, and I will say that this is honestly a mini R99. This thing absolutely melts. If you can find even a decent stabilizer on this gun will absolutely shred. And just like the triple take kind of, these are really early game weapons. I wouldn't hold them the entire game. So, I mean, once you find an R301, or if you do prefer the R99, then I would definitely be taking those over this weapon. But this is a really good early fight gun, okay? This is not the worst thing in the world to pick up early game. And another quick thing that if you guys did not know, this is a really good weapon, similar to the R99, like I said earlier. Really good at hip firing up close. So if you really need to, don't be afraid to hip fire with this weapon because you will be hitting most of your shots with it. It's very accurate. And also, the iron sights on this weapon are very good. Okay, I'd honestly argue that the iron sights on this weapon are even better than like the 1x HCOG because they're fine. I mean, you really don't need a sight on this weapon whatsoever, and that is really why it comes in at number 9 on the list. It is very good early game, like I said. The hip fire with this weapon is very well, and it also got a buff recently. So number 9 on the list is going to be the RE45. Coming in at number 8 on the list is going to be a little bit of a shocker, but it's going to be the EVA 8 shotgun, okay? And the reason that I like the EVA 8 so much, okay, with the purple bolt, right, this thing shoots insanely fast, by the way, and does a great deal of damage. Let's see what it does to the body, okay, real quick. 63 to the body, 99 to the head. And with how fast this shoots, if you hit a couple headshots, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap with the EVA 8, okay? And the thing that I love so much about this weapon, and the reason that it even makes this list in general, is the double tap attachment. You guys need to find the double tap attachment. Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I run Gibby in ranked most of the time because he is a very good, viable team character. He helps the team out a lot, his dome and all that crap. But that's not what we're talking about. The double tap attachment with Gibby's gun shield. Oh my god. Let's see what it does to the body first. 126. Let's just kill this guy and see what it does to the head right here. 198 with double tap. The EVA 8 shotgun. This is a very, very good gun. Like I said, if you guys are playing Gibby, even if you're playing any character, this is a very good weapon. But, I mean, late game, if you have an R301 and an EVA 8 with double tap, it is not a bad combination whatsoever. You guys need to pick this weapon up and try to find the double tap attachment, and you will not regret it. Let me tell you, this thing is an absolute melting machine. That is why it comes in at number 8 on the list. Coming in at number 7 on the list is going to be the Flatline. And I'm going to say this right off the bat. This can be exchanged with the Hemlock. It depends what weapon is your favorite between the two. Okay, I'm not a very good Hemlock player, but I am a pretty good Flatline player. I don't know why. It just depends on the player, I guess. But I cannot hit anything with the Hemlock. So the Flatline is my go-to. And this is why it comes in at number 7 on the list. Now with the Flatline, I like to have the 2 times on it. It is a very accurate weapon, but you have to get the recoil down, guys, okay? We're gonna go over here quick, and I'm gonna show you the recoil pattern on this weapon real quick. If I'm not holding anything down, you can see the pattern right here. So this goes up to the right, back to the left, and to the right. So what you want to do to combat this is start pulling down right away, and then as it starts going to the left, you're just going to want to pull to the right slightly and then back to the left. And this is going to be a very accurate weapon for you in the long run. And if you hit shots with the Flatline, let me tell you right now, if you hit headshots with this gun, let's see how many bullets it takes. How many bullets was that? 6 bullets and you're dead with the Flatline. I've died multiple times from the Flatline in less than 10 bullets. That's how good this weapon is. You can get the recoil pattern down, guys. It's insane. Not even half the clip they use right there. So this is an insane weapon. You really need to try to pick it up if you haven't already. And like I said, the Hemlock is very similar to this weapon. They can be really exchanged out for one another. It depends which one you prefer. And another thing that I do like to do with this weapon is the hip fire is really accurate. Once again, if you want to hip fire with the Flatline, not a bad option whatsoever. This gun does not move from the hip, so that is why it really comes in at number 7 on my list. Very good hip fire weapon, and if you get the recoil pattern down, guys, you can melt people in, what did we say, 6 bullets. It's absolutely insane. All right, everybody, coming in at number 6 on the list, we have some familiar territory right here, the Wingman. This thing can kill you in 2 shots with the Skull Piercer attachment. And that is really why it had to make this list, okay? If you can hit your shots with a Wingman, then it is a deadly weapon, okay? You just need to learn how to do a couple things with it. Number 1 is going to be how to strafe with the Wingman and also hit your shots at the same time. You need to be strafing back and forth, always moving with this weapon, and also taking your time, making sure that you're lined up with the person, okay? If someone's running away, you don't want to take multiple shots at a time and miss all the shots. You want to be picking your shots wisely. Hit one, making sure that you're always lining up your shots, because that is when this gun is going to come in clutch, especially with the new Skull Piercer attachment. If you can hit headshots with this weapon, oh my god, it's a wrap, dude. It's an absolute wrap. The Wingman is definitely one of the best weapons in the game. Like I said, you just have to be accurate with this weapon. And what I would recommend doing for this weapon, my one tip for it, would be to pick up the 1x HCOG, or even picking up, it's not even over here. picking up the Digi Threat. These are my two favorite sights on the Wingman. Both very accurate sights and will get you a ton of kills while using this weapon. One more thing, very, very quickly. You're going to have to use it for a long time until you get used to it, until you start hitting shots. And I'm not even really that good with it until I'm super cracked, super ready for the day. Have been playing for a little while, and then I'm absolutely flicking on kids, hitting all my bullets. And that is why the Wingman comes in at number 6 on the list. Coming in at number 5 on the list is going to be the Mastiff shotgun. Now, ever since the Mastiff has replaced the Peacekeeper as a ground weapon in Apex Legends, I've seen this weapon everywhere. Everybody is rocking this. And the one tip that I have to give on the Mastiff, I already talked about in a video. So if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to link it in the top right. I made a whole video about it, so I'm not going to waste too much time. But if you shoot for the body, you are more likely to do more damage than if you shoot for the head with this weapon. And I'll show you why exactly is right here. So if you shoot really quickly, you see the spread is horizontal right there, spread out like that. So if we shoot the body, we hit for 104, right? Let's kill the dummy and reset this, and we'll see what happens if you shoot for the head. Same spot. I haven't moved, right? Shoot for the head, it's going to hit for 96. The only way to get maximum damage with the Mastiff is going right up to the person's head and getting every single part of that reticle on the head right here. And it's going to do 128. That's the max damage that the Mastiff will do. So, yeah, just take that with a grain of salt. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of the Mastiff and the Peacekeeper debate. I personally think the Mastiff is destroying the Peacekeeper, even though the Peacekeeper got a huge buff, okay? Peacekeeper is a really, really good weapon, but compared to when the Peacekeeper was on the ground, the Mastiff is 1,000 times better in my mind. So, Mastiff coming in at number 5 on this season's list. Coming in at number 4 on the list is going to be the R99, old reliable. Everybody uses this weapon. I mean, in my opinion, the second best SMG in the game. You guys should already know what the best SMG in the game is if it wasn't the R99. But anyways, this gun is really, really good up close to medium range. Not so much far range, but close to medium range. This gun will absolutely shred you. And this is one of the few weapons in the game where if you get melted by it, you can't really say much because the person just absolutely destroyed you if they hit you with a one clip. This gun, like I said, really, really good up close to medium range, and the hip fire on this weapon is really good as well. So if you guys ever need to hip fire with this weapon, don't be afraid to. My one tip with this weapon is going to be to strafe back and forth always, always, always while you're using this weapon, especially because you move really fast with it. It's an SMG, so your strafes are going to be just a little bit faster with this weapon compared to like snipers and heavy guns. So always going to want to be strafing, like I said, and the R99 has to come in at a solid number 4 on this season's best weapons list. Coming in at number 3 on the list is going to be the R301, and this is my second favorite freaking assault rifle in the game. The best light weapon in my opinion. That's right, I said it. I think it's better than the R99. It's definitely more accurate in my opinion, and with the 2x scope, this is my little tip for this weapon. The 2x scope on the R301 is absolutely disgusting. The best scope on this gun by far. You can shoot from far range, medium range, close range. It does not matter. Let's go up close right here. Shredded. Let's go medium range. Shredded. Let's go far. Shredded. This gun has very little recoil. You need to be picking this weapon up. There's not too much more I have to say about the R301. One little quick other thing is to crouch spam really quickly when using this gun from like an ADS point of view. It's really effective, and I've noticed that it saved me a ton of the time if you just bounce up and down. It's still a very accurate weapon. You're not going to lose much accuracy if you're hitting your crouch button while shooting, while aim down sight. So just keep that in mind, guys. Number 3 on the list is definitely going to be the R301. All right, coming in at number 2 on the list is going to be the best SMG in the game. The Prowler is insane, okay? Now, obviously, you guys are going to know the one tip that I have to say about the Prowler. that is going to be to grab the select fire attachment. But even without the select fire attachment, guys, this weapon is disgusting. Let's see how many bursts. You hit 2 bursts to the head. I missed some bullets right there. But if you hit 2 clean bursts to the head, you're dead. The Prowler is that insane. And you see how fast these bursts go? Come on. You hit this guy twice in the head. It's over. It's a wrap. The gun is absolutely insane. And another thing with the Prowler, the hip fire with burst mode. Oh my god. Look at that. That's disgusting. You cannot beat this weapon. Absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. Let's go over and pick up the select fire attachment. You guys are going to see exactly what I mean. When we turn this thing to full auto. Oh my god. It's disgusting. It's very, very underrated as an SMG, in my opinion. I don't think enough people pick it up. I mean, a decent number of people do pick it up, but I don't see it nearly as much as I see the R99, and I don't really know why that is. Maybe it's just because heavy ammo isn't around the map as much. Like I said, using the hip fire on this weapon with the select fire attachment and maybe a digi threat sight or a 2x sight are my two favorite sights on the Prowler. Oh my god, this gun is disgusting. You guys need to try it ASAP, and that is why it comes in at number 2 on this season's list. Quickly, I want to say some honorable mentions. We have 3 guns here that are going to get honorable mentions. And that is going to be the L-Star for number 1. This is a very good early game weapon. I'm not going to spend too much time on the honorable mentions, but early game, this is a very good weapon. Can melt you in about 10 bullets in the head. It's absolutely disgusting. So L-Star, definitely an option for early game. And even middle game, this gun can melt. So if you guys want to try it out, be my guest. You are not going to regret it if you can hit your shots. It is a little inaccurate from farther ranges, so just up close, the L-Star will melt you early game, like I said. Next honorable mention is going to be the Hemlock, and I said earlier, this can be exchanged with the Flatline. They're both very accurate weapons, and if you hit your shots with either of them, they are going to melt you. Both also very good hip fire weapons, and they both have single fire mode, so it's just really came down to preference as to why the Flatline made it and the Hemlock didn't. But yeah, definitely give this weapon a try if you have not already. The last honorable mention we have today is the G7 Scout, and the only reason that this did not make the top 10 guns list is because I really don't like to run this weapon in public matches. Although it is a very, very good weapon, it's more of a ranked weapon, so I didn't put it on the list, and that's just simply because of my preference in that I don't like to run it in public matches. I feel like it's a little cheap. It is a really, really good gun to get points with in rank, though. Don't get me wrong. If you're playing rank lobbies, high tier rank lobbies, and you run across a G7 Scout, a whole team of people using Scouts, then good luck, because you can get melted across the map instantly with this weapon. Definitely give it a try, and even in pubs, if you want to be kind of corny about it, then you can use the Scout. Be my guest. Now, you guys had to see this coming. The number 1 weapon in Apex Legends in Season 5 is still the Havoc. There is barely any nerf to this weapon. It still melts you. It's very, very unfair. They really need a nerf to this weapon ASAP. You can use any sight on this weapon. I made multiple videos about it, how it needs a fix. Like, come on, man. This thing charges up and you're dead before you can even turn your back. Say goodbye if you're looting a box. Any sight, like I said, on this weapon just absolutely shreds people. It's really disgusting. 3 times, 2 times, close range, long range. This weapon has insane hip fire. Like, I'm gonna go up close right here and show you guys the hip fire on this weapon. Like, come on, absolutely disgusting weapon. And I don't really need to give you guys a tip on this one. Just pull down on your right stick if you are on console, and if you're on keyboard and mouse, just pull down on your mouse while you're shooting, and you should easily be able to control this recoil. Absolutely disgusting. Best weapon in Apex Legends Season 5, without a doubt, in my opinion. And I don't think really anybody can disagree with me on that stance that I have. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with some of my opinions. You might like certain guns over others. Leave it down in the comments, your list of the top 10 weapons. And it's been Sweat. I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Have a great night, and peace out.